In New York City, they drop a giant crystal ball on New Year's Eve. While here in Raleigh, North Carolina, we drop a giant acorn, of course. Why is that? That's because Raleigh is known as the City of Oaks for its beautiful oak trees you can find all throughout the city. Personally, I think Raleigh is a fantastic place to live and to raise your family, but I want you to make that decision for yourself. So I'm going to give you my candid top 5 pros and top 5 cons so you can decide for yourself whether Raleigh is the right fit for you. And no, unfortunately that big acorn didn't make the cut. But let's go. I'm Keith O'Hare, and I'm a realtor who helps buyers and sellers in the Raleigh-Durham market, as well as all of the surrounding area. As someone who grew up in this area, I know this community extremely well. If you find this content valuable, please be sure to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell so I know you want more videos like this one. Now, let's get started with those top 5 pros. Pro number 5 is all 4 seasons, and I like to think all 4 seasons in a little bit of moderation. Our winters are relatively mild here in Raleigh. It might snow once or twice a year. People do go crazy and raid the grocery store for bread and milk when it snows, but overall it is a very mild winter. Occasionally you'll be in shorts and a t-shirt even in December and January. Spring is a great time. Things are coming into bloom. It's a wonderful time to be outside here in Raleigh. Summers do get a little bit hot and humid, but we've got great pools, lakes, and recreational activities that you can do in the summertime. And then finally, fall is one of the best times to be in Raleigh. The leaves are changing, the weather cools off from that hot summer, so you can really just spend tons of time outdoors. So because Raleigh has all 4 seasons, you can enjoy it all throughout the year. Pro number 4 is nature. And because we have that great weather and all 4 seasons, you can enjoy the nature all throughout the year. We have parks like Umstead Park, which are great for hiking. We have parks that are near downtown Raleigh. Cullen Park, which they've got a carousel, which is great for kids. My kids enjoy that one. Dorothea Dix, where you can see the sunflowers blooming. All sorts of great outdoor nature activities right here in the city of Raleigh, as well as the surrounding area. And because of where Raleigh is situated within North Carolina, you're only 2 to 3 hours from the beach and the coast of North Carolina. We have beautiful beaches and the mountains. So we're centrally located within the state, so you can hop and even do a day trip to the beach or to the mountains or a long weekend, and it is just a wonderful part and bonus part of being in Raleigh. Pro number 3 is the reasonable cost of living compared to other major metro areas in the United States. Yes, the prices have gone up here in Raleigh, but compared to New York or especially California, we are a really affordable place to live in comparison to those big markets, as well as a lot of other bigger markets throughout the United States. So the cost of living and what you can get here in Raleigh is really quite incredible. I have people relocating here who cannot believe how much house they can get for what they're spending compared to what they were getting back home. So it really is a pleasant surprise for a lot of people. Again, the cost of living has gone up, but compared to some of the huge major metro markets in the United States, Raleigh is still a deal compared to those markets. And you have housing options too. There's new construction, there's older historic homes, there's large lots, there's small lots, there's condos. You get a wide range of housing options, and your dollar does go a lot further than other markets. Pro number 2 is great food and entertainment. Some of the best restaurants in the state of North Carolina are located right here in Raleigh. We have restaurants like Angus Barn, Death and Taxes, Mandolin, Second Empire, you name it. We have got a restaurant that would fit whatever food you are looking for, and it is delicious. So you will not go hungry here in Raleigh. And then the entertainment factor, we have great entertainment options. We have the Carolina Hurricanes, which is a professional hockey team and a great experience. NC State football and basketball, as well as all the other college sports in the area. We've got concert venues like Walnut Creek and PNC Arena that are huge and bring in huge name artists. We've got plays, shows, comedians, festivals, carnivals. The state fair is here in Raleigh, so you will have tons of entertainment options right here in Raleigh, as well as all that great food to enjoy too. Pro number 1 is job opportunities. Everybody needs a job unless you're retired, and Raleigh's also a great place for that too, but that's a different video. Job opportunities, there are so many great jobs here in Raleigh, and it's all not in one sector too. We have a very diverse economy, which is fantastic. So we have pharma jobs, technology jobs, healthcare jobs, consulting jobs. We've got the big universities like NC State, as well as Duke and UNC. We have Research Triangle Park, which attracts huge employers from across the country and the world. We have the state capital here in Raleigh, so lots lots of government jobs, a wide range of opportunities, which is why Raleigh is consistently ranked as one of the best places both to start a business, to work for a business, and to live. So you get the best of both here in Raleigh. Before I move on to the cons, I wanted to remind you that if you are enjoying this content, please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so I know to make more content like this one. Now, let's start with those cons. Con number 5 is a lack of public transportation options. We do have buses in the city of Raleigh that can get you from here to there, but Raleigh is very much a car-centric city. We're very spread out. That's why it's called Raleigh-Durham, and we have huge populations in the suburbs, which we'll talk about in some other videos. But Raleigh is not the major metro city like some of the other ones like New York City or Atlanta that have metro systems, or you can take trains that really can get you from here to there. You really are going to be dependent on a car here in Raleigh. There's a few spots downtown which are a little bit walkable, but on day-to-day, there's very few people in this area who do not have a car. So if you are looking for a large major metro city where you can get around without a vehicle, Raleigh is probably not it. Con number 4, Raleigh is a smaller city. It's not even the biggest city in North Carolina. That title belongs to Charlotte, although Raleigh is the state capital, so I think we have them up on that one. But Raleigh, it's just a smaller scale city, so it's not as big as Atlanta, not as big as Washington, D.C., New York, LA, Chicago. So it is a smaller style city, so some people really like that, but if you are looking for a big city feel, Raleigh is just on the smaller side, and I think there's a lot of positive to that. Some people really enjoy those big city vibes, and that's not what Raleigh is. Con number 3 is the high cost of living for the area. I know what you're thinking. You just told us in the pros, Raleigh was relatively affordable compared to other metro areas. And that's true. Compared to New York City or to large parts of California, Raleigh is affordable, but the cost of living has gone up a lot the last several years. So many people are not finding Raleigh to be quite as affordable as it used to be even 5 or 10 years ago. The cost of living has gone up and your dollar just doesn't go quite as far as it used to. This is especially true the closer you are into Raleigh, the more expensive it's gonna be. Raleigh, you'll hear a term called ITB, which means inside the Beltline. Inside the Beltline, you are paying a premium to live in there, and even just north of it in an area called North Hills, which is very high end and has some great shopping and restaurants. But between those two areas and other pockets of Raleigh, you're gonna pay a very high premium to be in those areas. Just like a lot of other major metro cities, the further you go out, the more your dollar goes. So maybe if Raleigh is not quite the right fit, maybe one of the surrounding suburbs that are a little bit further out, your dollar will go further and that's a better fit. But yes, the cost of living of Raleigh has gone up and you need to factor that in. Con number 2 is construction. There always seems to be construction in Raleigh. Compared to some of the surrounding suburbs where it might be a little bit quieter, there's no new buildings going up, there's buildings being demolished, there's renovation projects, there's highway expansion. There's always some form of construction here in Raleigh, so that's just something you're gonna factor in. Now, I will add a caveat to that. That's really more closer to the downtown area. Yes, there's some construction in the other parts of Raleigh, but it really is more in the downtown areas where you really feel the day-to-day of that construction. And then con number 1 is busy and traffic. You are in a city, you're not out in the rural farmlands of North Carolina. Raleigh is the state capital. It's the second largest city in the state of North Carolina. So it's just busier. It's not as busy as other cities, but it is busy. So if you want a little bit quieter, more laid back lifestyle and not the busy of the city, parts of Raleigh could be better for you. So the closer you are to downtown, the busier and more traffic you're gonna get. But if you go a little bit north of Raleigh in the North Raleigh area, it could be a little bit quieter, so that may be more your speed or one of the surrounding suburbs. But the closer you're into Raleigh, you are in a city, so it's busier, there's noise, there's traffic, there's congestion. So that's just something you're gonna have to factor in if you wanna be right in the heat of things in downtown Raleigh. In my opinion, the pros for Raleigh far outweigh the cons. I stand by my initial statement that Raleigh is one of the best cities to live in America and one of the most beautiful cities to live in America. But perhaps Raleigh doesn't quite seem like the right fit. Maybe one of the neighboring suburbs or the city of Durham could be a good fit. We've got great suburbs like Cary and Apex, but Raleigh could be a great fit for you. If you think that's the case, please be sure to reach out at the number on your screen or email me at info@keithorealty.com and I would love to help you out. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.